Hello everyone, welcome back to our class in our beginner series, and in this class we are going to learn about intervals. Specifically, we are going to learn on how the intervals are formed. We have different types of intervals. We have thirds, we have fifths, octaves, sixths, and all that. But today we are just going to learn a bit on how they are formed, so that by the time you're playing thirds and playing fifths and sixths, you'll know how they are formed. And this class will heavily rely on the things that we learned on the major scale. We learned the major scale, and if you have not been able to watch those videos, I'll put the link in the description so that you can watch them and then come to this video. So yeah, let's get right to the video. Okay, so in the previous lessons we have been practicing and doing our things in the key of D. We've been doing them in the key of D, so we'll continue with the same key. So let's remind ourselves a bit on the major scale, because as I've said, it will be very important and crucial that we get an understanding of the major scale as we try to learn the intervals. So the major scale in this position, having our one over here, goes like this. Slowly. So for those who had forgotten, you can remind yourself, but most people know from over here, from the one over here. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1. Then behind the 1 we have the 7. So 7, 1, 7, and then the 6 over here. Then the 5 over here. The 5 is mostly over the 1, 5, 1, 7, 6, 5, just to get an understanding of it. Sorry for the noise you can hear in my neighborhood. I hope it won't be too distracting. So essentially playing, when we talk about, let me get this over here. When we talk about intervals, it's playing two notes at the same time. That's the basic idea of intervals. Playing two notes. For example, if I play, I'm playing intervals. I'm playing two notes at the same time. So we have different types of intervals. We have thirds, we have fourths, we have fifths, we have octaves. I've said six. We have sixths too. Yeah, and in this class we'll just learn how they are formed, just a basic theory, so that when you're playing that we have an idea of how they are formed. So for example, when you talk about thirds, if for example I say I want to get the third for this note, this is the one note, this is our one. If I want to get the third for this note, I'll use the major scale and count 1 from that note. 1, 2, 3. Now that is the third of this note. So I'll play them at the same time, simultaneously. So 1, 2, 3, using the major scale. Our major scale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So I've counted, because I was looking for my third. I've counted 1, 2, 3. And I've got the third, so I just play them like this together. And then for example, let's say I want to get the third for my 2 note. I'll just count 1, 2, 3 up to the third, because we are looking for the third. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'll play these 2 notes together. I was looking for the third for this note, so I've got it over here. It's this 4. So now I'm playing that. That's how they look like, and they're among the most commonly used. So if I want to say, let's say I want to get the third 4, the 5, this note, the 5 note. These are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll count from 5 using the major scale. So after 5, the next note after 5 is usually the 6. So I'll be counting 1. That's the third. That's how I want you to get this. We are using the major scale to get those notes. So the next note after here, this being our first, because you're looking for the third for the 5th note. 2, 3. So this is it. So I'll play the 2 notes like that. If I want to get the note for the 6th note, 1, 2, 3. So that's how they look like. Those are that. So that's the basic idea. Is getting, for example, if you want to get the thirds, we'll count up to the third note. For example, let's say we want to get to play the 6th. So for example, for the 6th, for this note, this is our 1 note. Looking for the 6th, we'll count up to the 6th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is it. So I'll play these 2 notes because they are 6th. Like that. If I want to get it for the 2 note, I'll just count from here and up to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have my 6th intervals. So that's how easy it is. Now let's try to get the 4th, for example. I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got the 4th for the 1 note. So to look like this. Getting the 4th for this note, our 2 note, just count 1, 2, 3, 4. Using the major scale. I hope you don't forget it. You might be asking, where are those notes coming from? The major scale, just following it, the major scale. So after looking for the 4th for the 2 note, just count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've got it. So that's how easy it is. And then one of the most common ones, the octaves. The octaves is easy. You just play the same note but an octave higher. So for example, for the 1, you just look for the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So that's the octave. Playing them together, you get that. For example, I want to get the 5, the octave for the 5th. So I'll just count 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just get the other 5 because that's the meaning of octave. It's still the same note, but the pitch is different. A pitch higher or a pitch lower. Those are octaves. Yeah, and then I think we have covered all of them. Oh, the fifths. Okay, it's basically the same idea. For example, fifth for the fifth for this note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is it. So that's how they are formed. So yeah, I think in the next lessons we'll continue. I think maybe we learn the different shapes across the fretboard for the thirds, for the fifths. Okay, basically the most common ones. Yeah, and I know we'll keep learning slowly by slowly. Let me try to think if there's anything else we have left. I think that's basically it. And then these intervals are used mostly, even not only in Seben but in rumba, like I was playing. So that is it. So I hope you guys have understood that, and see you in the next class.